Everyone is afraid of silence. Not the dramatic kind, but the quiet that appears when nothing demands your attention. The silence where no one is asking who you are, what you do, or why you haven't spoken yet. That kind of quiet makes people uncomfortable because it leaves no place to hide. When people see someone sitting quietly, not talking, not reaching for their phone, they rush to label it lonely, sad, disconnected. It feels easier to explain silence as a problem than to admit we don't know how to sit with it ourselves. But what if that assumption is wrong? What if some people are not lonely at all? What if they are simply at peace in a place most people avoid? Silence, a space without noise, without performance, without the pressure to be someone for others. Welcome to Quiet Observer. This is not a place for advice or motivation. It is simply a place to notice what is often misunderstood, especially the quiet things, especially the people who don't speak for themselves. Tonight, we quietly observe something many people get wrong. Some people are not lonely, they just enjoy silence. In a world that celebrates noise, choosing quiet often looks suspicious. If you don't talk much, people wonder what's wrong. If you don't share every thought, they assume you're hiding something. If you don't fill silence with sound, they think you must be empty inside. But silence is not emptiness. It is space. And not everyone is afraid of space. Some people sit in silence comfortably, the way others sit in crowded rooms, without feeling the need to perform. They don't panic when there's nothing to say. They don't mistake constant talking for connection. They understand that silence can be a place to rest, a place where nothing is demanded. There is a quiet misunderstanding that follows people who enjoy silence. It often begins with a glance across the room. Someone notices you sitting alone, and a story is written about you without a single word exchanged. They think you are waiting. They think you feel left out, because for many people, silence is something to escape. They fill it with noise to avoid being alone with their thoughts. But people who enjoy silence are rarely empty. They are usually full of thoughts that don't need an audience, full of awareness that grows when nothing competes for attention. They don't rush to speak because they are listening, not just to others, but to themselves. Silence gives them time to notice what is often overlooked. Lonely people search outward, looking for something to fill the space. People who enjoy silence turn inward. They allow the space to remain, and in that space, they find peace that doesn't announce itself. Silence doesn't entertain you. It doesn't distract you. It gently introduces you to yourself, and not everyone is ready for that meeting. Loneliness and silence are often confused, but they are not the same. Loneliness feels like absence. Silence settles. Loneliness creates tension. Silence releases it. From the outside, they look identical. A person sitting alone, but inside, the experience is completely different. Silence becomes a presence, not a void. People who enjoy silence are not searching. They are allowing. Allowing moments to unfold, thoughts to rise and fade, without judgment or urgency. Silence offers relief from pressure. No need to impress. No audience waiting. Just the moment as it is. This is why some people protect their silence. Not because they are fragile, but because they are aware. They know how easily inner calm can be disturbed. Loneliness drains energy. Silence restores it. Loneliness makes you feel unseen. Silence allows you to see yourself. As people grow, something quiet begins to change. The need for constant noise fades. What once felt comforting begins to feel heavy. Maturity teaches that being alone is not being abandoned. Silence becomes a filter, gently removing what is unnecessary. People grow into silence and become selective without becoming cold. They still care. They just no longer need to announce it. Silence brings self-trust. You stop adjusting your volume to fit the room. You begin to move at your own pace. Some people don't become silent because life took something from them. They become silent because they stopped chasing what never fulfilled them. They are not closing themselves off. They are settling into clarity, into a pace that feels honest. The lesson is not about retreating from the world. It's about knowing what restores you. Not every silence needs to be filled. If you enjoy silence, there is nothing broken about you. You are not behind. You are simply someone who listens deeply. When you stop fearing silence, you stop fearing yourself. You learn when to speak and when to remain quiet. And if these observations resonate with you, you're always welcome here. Quiet Observer exists for those who feel deeply, but don't need to speak loudly. If you'd like to stay a little longer to quietly observe more moments like this, you can subscribe to Quiet Observer. No pressure. Just a space where silence is understood.